Hey y'all, what's up? All right, we've been lied to. Balance is not a real thing. Oh, right. Shocker of the day. My name is Celeste. For those of y'all that don't know me, I'm a mom of two littles, a 3-year-old and a 9.5-month old. And of course, mama to our red Labrador, Salem. He runs the house. Don't kid yourself. I'm married to my high school sweetheart and my Superman, Travis. So here's the thing. This week, I added in the gym and I added back in yoga. So I've been wanting to get back into actually leaving the house to do my fitness versus like just working out here at the house and walking. Now, those two things are great, but my mental sanity does much better whenever I'm out and about and I work out in like, a gym or at yoga with my friends. It's much better. And it got me thinking a lot this week about how so many people strive for balance in their life. Like, your perfect 2 hours here and your perfect 2 hours here and your perfect 2 hours there. And that's just not my reality. Right. And so I had a couple conversations with a couple friends this week. I had a thing I did for my business and I had a lot of fun with that. And I got to talk to some friends. And I was like, the conversation that kept coming up was trying to do it all. And I've seen a lot of things on the internet lately about like you can't do it all. You can't, like cook all the meals and do all the shopping and do all the laundry and do all the workouts and do all the business and do all the things and da 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 da. Well, the truth is most of us are doing it all at some shape, form, or fashion, right? Even if we have help. Like my husband's a wonderful help. He does all the grocery shopping and the cooking. But like even at that though, moms carry a lot. And I think the hardest piece of all of that is that we also carry mom guilt. And mom guilt is just not a fun thing. And so this week, I thought it was really important for us, for me, myself, to take a step back and look at harmony in my life versus balance, because I think balance is one of those things that just lies to you because you're never actually going to achieve it the way you think you should. Because some seasons, balance is like a newborn baby requires more, than like a toddler, for example, right? Depending on what's going on. But like it's all different. And so anyway, each season looks very different. And I think it's a really important conversation to have. And so I'm going to go through like 5 key pieces to like help you to rethink about harmony versus balance. Okay. So like I said, this week I had some cool things going on with my business. I um, obviously created some fun content for all my social media stuff. I pumped. Oh, did I ever? And I got to drop a pumping session. Any of y'all that have ever been exclusively pumper, man, you know what that feels like, right? Dropping a pumping session. Oh, so fun. I know I'm not quite ready to retire from pumping. That's what I'm gonna call it, my pumping retirement. Anyway, but I also made it to the gym 3 times, yoga twice. I mommed it, obviously. I wifey'd it, obviously. And then, obviously I Salem'd it up. So our red lab. It's like I did all the things. But like there was no such thing as balance in anything because I was all over the board. But my week, I did not feel super drained. I was tired, don't get me wrong. But like I didn't feel drained because I wasn't measuring my success this weekend like time blocks of doing this perfectly here and this perfectly at this time and lunch at exactly noon or whatever. Like it's kind of a free for all, but in like a simple version. Okay. So number one, balance doesn't mean equal. Literally different seasons require different things, right? And I think whenever you just own that and you take a deep breath and you understand that some days suck and they're hard and that's okay because it's still beautiful, then like, that day's going to get 90% of a different version of you than a day whenever all systems are going, everything's actually working. Some days your kids need you more. Like we had a Velcro baby this weekend that was teething, right? Like I swear this child she has numerous teeth that come in at once, like, and then none. And then boom, here they all come again. Anyway, and then some days like work stuff needs more, right? And that's okay because you had another day that shifted a different direction. And then other times, you guys, it's honest to God survival of the fittest, right? Like I've never felt truer like the Hunger Games saying, may the odds be ever in your favor. Then when you get up in the morning as a mom, and I'm waiting on the coffee, and I'm like, all right, man, may the odds be in our favor today. Because I think that's one of the things, right? You never know what you're going to get. The second thing is I stopped chasing perfect. Laundry's never done. Honest, hand to the sky, y'all, hand to the Lord. There is a load of laundry in the dryer right now that's been in the dryer since Tuesday or Wednesday. Now, it made it from the washer to the dryer. It just never got out of the dryer. So we've had to pull clothes for a few days because, oops, mom didn't get it done. It's all right. I'll get it done this weekend. Weekends are my catch-all. Dishes, also never done. I literally did what I needed to do in my office this morning for my business. I hung out and I had breakfast with the family and I left all the dishes to come finish this video. True statement, right? It's fine. I'll get it done eventually, just not right at this moment. And I would rather my husband get to hang out and play with the kids than take time to do that right now, too. So, like, we'll get it later. It's no big deal. Toys literally multiply. They're baby gremlins, right? I don't know how kids end up with so much crap, but they do. Anyway, but like, I think that's the thing, right? Like, it's never going to be perfect. Everything's not always going to be picked up unless you're the first person up and you're the last person to bed. The rest of your house ain't going to look perfect all the time. It's all right. Number three, guilty moms. Good moms feel guilty over everything. They just do. Good moms feel guilty over everything. Work guilt, staying at home, going to work, pumping, not pumping enough, formula, taking time for yourself. Y'all, it was the hardest thing for me to figure out where to put the gym and yoga. It was. It's taken me 9 months to get myself back out of the house to do my usual workout stuff. Now I've been to a couple things here and there, and I've done a thing or two here and there, but it took me 9 months to figure out where to put it in my schedule because my brain, one, couldn't figure out what I was going to do when I got to the gym. It's been a long time since the gym has been my workout, right? Like I love aerial yoga. I love yoga itself, like anything with that, my jam. The gym is okay, right? But I do better with a trainer. And I'm like, I don't really want to do all that right now. So I had Travis actually write my schedule for me so I would know what to do. Because I was like, what's actually holding me back from setting this schedule? Well, not knowing what to do. And like I know how to use the machines, but what order and how many reps and the weight and all the stuff, right? And so anyway, so he wrote my workout, which was super helpful. And so it allowed me to figure that out. The second thing that was holding me back about going back to the gym was not figuring out where to put my pumping schedule. That's where the drop pumping comes in this week, right? Because it means I got to be up earlier to go to the gym, which means I usually pump when I first get up, which means am I going to pump before I go or am I going to wait until I get back? And I decided to wait until I got back because if I'm pumping and baby girl wakes up, it's game over, right? Because if Travis and Stetson aren't up yet, or if other things are going on, or if Stetson needs one of us and like she wakes up, it's game over. I'm going to mom guilt myself into not going. This is the deal I made with myself. I'm like, nope, you can't do that. So you're gonna get up and get out of the house. Get up and get out. Get up, get out. Like that's literally like you got like ticking. Your time is gone. Get up and get out. That was my deal. Because I know once I'm out the door, it's fine. I know he can handle it. Even if everybody's up with me without me here, I know he can handle it. Even if I'm here, I know he can handle it. But my mom guilt is gonna be one of the pieces that holds it back. And I was like, I ain't doing that. So feet hit the floor and I'm out the door as fast as I can get out the door. Anyway, because like taking care of myself isn't selfish, I want to be 100 and be the awesome mom that's still like fit and able to do things and take care of herself for as long as possible, right? So anyway, so the gym and yoga are my game plans to do that. And of course, eating healthy. But anyway, that's a story for another day. Number 4, priorities change by season. You guys, this is one of the hardest things I had to learn as a high achiever in life and business and all the things is that like priorities cannot all be 100 all the time. You can't have family as 100 and health as 100 and business as 100 and like, whatever else you're doing as 100. Like it can't be 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. It can't. It just can't. It doesn't work that way. So when you know your current priorities, right, then it gets easier. Like, okay, well, right now my health is coming to the top of the list because I know whenever I structure that right, I'm not taking anything away from anybody else and I'm literally adding to the entire calmness of the household because happy people are happy people. Y'all remember the Legally Blonde thing, right? Exercise creates endorphins and happy people just don't shoot their husbands, like all the things, or whatever the Legally Blonde quote was, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, but you don't have to win in every category every day. And those priorities are going to shift based on the day, the week, the month, and the season you're in. And finally, you guys, the biggest shift for me is not thinking about what else I should be doing, but what matters the most today. Like, what's today's priority, right? Like, what matters today? Because if I know I had, a heavier work day one day, then the next day is going to be more kid heavy, right? Like, we're going to go do things. We're going to be out of the house. We're going to have craft time, whatever. We're going to do stuff, right? So if one day's been really kid heavy, then I don't feel guilty at all for it being, a little extra Mickey and me working a little bit more the next day. So like it all finds this harmony, right? So harmony is what I'm always after. So here's the thing. The internet loves to show perfect motherhood and miserable motherhood. I had that conversation with a friend this week too. And she was talking about how so often when she sees content, it's like gloom or doom or it's like all rainbows and sunshine. And she's like, it's not either thing. I'm like, A to the men on that, right? Because it is chaotic. It is crazy. It is hard. It's also beautiful and glorious and fun and wild. And it's all the things, right? It's this beautiful chaos in one thing. So to end our thought process today, y'all, balance is not what you're striving for. It's not what I'm striving for. I'm never after balance. I'm after harmony, because harmony means everything and everybody's taken care of, including myself, in a way that sustains our household for like the fun, right? And that the chaos can still go down and I'm still sane in the middle of it. So I think that's what learning like the most with baby number two has given me. That's been the biggest gift, like for my own mentality, is that perfection definitely overrated and impossible. There's no such thing. And harmony is queen of all. So, all right, I would love to know what you found helpful from this. Remember, if you haven't already snagged my freebie, I have my awesome checklist to get you out the door. It saves me every time getting out the door. It's my real checklist I use on my phone. You can print it out. It's totally free. So I'll drop that in the comments as well. And you can snag that if you don't already have it. But print it out, have it hanging up in your kitchen or, whatever, so you can grab it and flip through it before you walk through the house. You'd be surprised how many times it saves you from forgetting things that you actually needed when you're out and about. All right, you guys, make it a great day. Thank you so much for hanging out. Let me know what questions you have, and let me know what piece of this resonated the most with you today, because I know I'm not the only one out there striving for harmony over balance. Bye, y'all.